And we take to 9Z's pick of Nuke. They're looking to get this one ready and start it to go, taking on Paquetá. My name is Fine. Join me, Cole Extra McHenry. We have Paquetá diving down in towards the trophy room. A little one-for-one action. This Venom Zero is going to charge through. Nython, though, feeling the pressure outside, is going to get the spot in on multiple players. But catch Buddha with nades in his hand. Maybe the next up closest. David falls next. Nice work here from Nython and the pistol. Could just lock this one in for Paquetá. A map that they would certainly love to take out of 9Z's hands here. Let's try tip-tap with the pistols. And Max actually finishes with Nython. We have a round here. Try? Yeah, it's going to be up to some really big individuals out of Paquetá to turn this one on its head. Venom Zera, also, I like him getting activated early. Seeing him in the trophy room, seeing how Paquetá want to utilize him in this particular map. Very slow round out of 9Z, considering they have just the pistols. Max just doing some thunder stomping around. But I believe Nython just ate a deagle shot to start this one off. So it's kind of been noted that just on pistols here for 9Z. But Nython taking more flak outside is actually going to send him reeling further back. A minute on the clock for 9Z to make up their minds here.
You know, just pressuring that outer yard there in the same fashion. Will find himself success here. Not going to put extra pressure on the ramp anchor here in LA. Locking down a couple of kills here with support from Nython as well. So keeping things rather contained. There's DGT. We'll find an extra kill too. And the round there for 9Z, not too bad there. But they are going to get these investments coming up in the very next. So buys will be coming on through here for 9Z. We'll see what they have for the first gun round. What do they have cooked up for us to open things up?
Yeah, this is where they do their best work, obviously. 9Z, a 90% win rate on Nuke. Again, you talked about it. Took down Fnatic on this map in IEM Rio. Honestly, I would even consider this one of Fnatic's better maps in their pool. Like, probably the best Nuke in South America, I think. I think I can say that pretty safely.
Yeah. I would like to see them in pain battle it out on this map. But
Pain's here in North America, Cole.
That's true. They are an NA team honorary. That's a good point. So we'll go ahead and give the belt to 9Z here, but obviously Paquetá hungry to take that away. Nice little defensive setup towards A. A lot of resources here. You know, potential that early A pop to wake up Paquetá on that defense could have come through, but no, they're wrapping in towards midi, putting a lot of emphasis in this direction here, and that shadow spotted early from Venom Zera playing on top of the hut, getting that information. Meanwhile, no smokes tossed in at all, but they're able to cross safely and take so much real estate towards this outer yard.
That shows like a really good understanding of their opponent's setup. Knowing the risks. And look what Paquetá's utility belts are looking like. Yeah, they won the previous round, but they have 3 grenades left with 30 seconds. And the one molly on Venom Zera is going to be paramount. Oh, but the swing back in from Ale is going to be able to deal with Max, and that has to pull the pin on the exit. And the one molly that Venom Zera had goes in towards Hut, completely locks him out, but he's unable to deliver on the fight. Nython up top, leg spotted, he's done. But Destiny comes through with the FAMAS, and it's a 1v2 now for DGT. He's going to call this one quits and save, and Paquetá are going to start this one off 3-0.
Beautiful walk-in right there. He just has to fall away. That molly perfectly timed. And the amount of resources that they had towards A. absolutely stunning 9Z right there as they tried to wrap in through Mini and Squeaky as well. Perfect call from Paquetá in terms of where they were putting that defense. We saw that one kill as well from the ramp player all the way towards that outer yard. He wasn't even really covering too much towards ramp. He just made that read right there to cover some of that space, and especially not having that heaven wrap potential, it gives all the more element to Paquetá's defense that they don't have to worry about that.
I think it was the re-clear outside from Ale that set things into a very weird spot for 9Z. Initially, they were going to have a mini split or a heaven wrap going with that play. But instead, everyone has to filter in through Squeaky and try and make something work. Now, this angle from Yell on the AUG, it's basically invincible. Destiny, though, swings out and goes without a kill. Now, Nython returns to the scene. He misses a shot. So much information being played here from Paquetá as well. 9Z with the minute on the clock have a lot of room to work with. But, oh, losing that bomb, that's a problem. But DGT making some sneaky moves.
Ooh, Nython exposing himself here potentially, but he gets in towards a more safe angle here. He's going to start to press the issue towards this outer yard. There is a back turn, but it's all now a game of timing right now put on to 9Z and Paquetá here.
Oh, no!
Nython misses a give me there, but he will follow up there on the Buddha. Forces that smoke out and spots DGT, and now catches him on a second opportunity there, but he only tags him down, so DGT still fighting.
He has a single bullet in that op. There is actually some serious problems right now for Nython as DGT starting to worm his weasel his way around, but eventually Ale is going to come in for support and fire off into the back. So 4-0 for Paquetá. Some very awkward scenes out of Paquetá, especially out of Nython there, but it's good to get that one settled down and get things into the right motion here.
Yeah, no question. Excellent work there and locking things in. Making sure that round doesn't get too costly. And we'll see if that continues. As Nython, I'll never fault someone for missing a shot in the back of the op. For some reason, those are the hardest. But this time, he's gonna have some attention to pull forward here as his teammates close by in this angle that's so difficult to clear out. We'll see if they do their due diligence. There's Nython, spots him out running forward there, and he misses his shot right there. So now Yell's in no man's land and gets absolutely annihilated by Max.
Yeah, some real struggles early out of Nython. Another missed shot that cost his teammate his life. Can he make up for it? That's the question in the meantime. DGT, oh, he wants a duel. He wants a duel. This is what he's always wants out of himself. Lurking, trying to find that 1v1, but Nython does actually make do. Max attempting the challenge. Oh, but try. Up on top of red. Oh, there you go. Nython couldn't connect another shot, so try will deliver. And a quick 1-for-1 down in secret will hand 9Z the man advantage. Even DGT is still waiting. He is still waiting. And Destiny, is he going to clear his corners? He does, but DGT is better. Ale still here on the top site. But he's not going to move.
Right now, they'd expect him to be ramp and rotated lower. Oh
my goodness. Ale has an incredible position that they are not going to clear. The first kill goes his way, but he can't spin around on towards try. It's so awkward when you're staring directly down at your opponents. It'll be 9Z picking up the first.
Got to be one of the hardest fights right there. Just trying to shoot at your feet. Be a whole lot harder, I guess, in CS2. You'd actually see your feet. But getting a pause called out there as the money not super stabilized. And again, you just look at that round and you got to chop it up to maybe Nython coming in, not looking super warmed up. Again, I put a lot of emphasis on him right now. CT side rotation on the op. You know try is going to be incredibly effective with that AWP on both sides of the half here. So you got to come through with that same energy, deliver the same impact. And when you're missing some of the more give me shots, and this time it actually costs your teammate a death there. You got to start locking in here.
Little bit of an early pause. I think we're in a little bit of technical as we see hear a lot of typing going down. You see Paquetá make a bit of a commitment here. Nython going for a glass cannon early on in this one, and 5-7s to surround him. Look, man, I'm not the one to be the bearer of bad news here, but Nython hasn't looked so pretty early on in this game.
Yeah, but they're going to continue to give him shots here. On this glass cannon right now. Still be able to bring in that AWP presence. I'm sure in the back of his mind, he's thinking, man, you know, these picks that they're giving me are so easy, so he's going to stick to it, right? He knows he's capable of landing those shots, so he's not going to change anything up too early there. Oh, that's a great way to open up proceedings. A nice AK to upgrade on as well, as a 5-7 sings for an opening pick right now, and sets a bit of a scary tone for 9Z.
Yeah, that's a really nice opener from Destiny. Finding an isolated fight, but there are problems. Ale is going to be tested towards ramp, and he has no support. He is actually just straight up on an island, and he's going to drop down. Gotta be a bit safer than that now. And conceding all the control, you can see Nython sort of out of position, not ready to help his teammate out. In the meantime, though, Try is making some moves outside and gets the spot onto one of those 5-7s out towards garage.
5-7 back a big garage is something I never expected to see there.
Hold on,
Not a typical
Nython.
angle here, but Nython giving himself another opportunity with this deep angle there. Surprised, though, by DGT, and again, it's a miss. A missed opportunity there from Nython, and it's going to cost and collapse the rest of that defense quickly.
Even David just walked through all of ramp room, flanked heaven, and it's just Ale, the man who was tested at the very beginning of this round. Left in a 1v3. A little post-mortem grenade there from Yell. But outside of that, there's not much to smile about for Paquetá. As this was a full force buy, this is going to allow 9Z to really grind themselves back into the game. Rack up a couple rounds on their map pick. This early start, could it just be a fluke out of Paquetá?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, they're giving themselves opportunities here. Consistently. Nython's positioning, it looks so good, but he's just not connecting those shots right now. Obviously, there with the glass cannon, I think he got tagged up, but constantly putting himself in the right spot, just not able to deliver on the tail end. Like just a second too slow on the upgrade to the A1S there. Would have been nice, at the very least, but unable to sneak that one through, so it is going to be an MP9 and likely just a bunch of pistols, USPs alongside. I mean, they have no money to go out for anything here. P250 for Destiny. That could pay for itself. A flashbang tossed over to Venom's era. They're working with scratch here.
Yeah, they're working with essentially nothing. Venom's era has a flash, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he has it to set up Ale for a kill, and Buddha not paying attention. There's another opener and a second for Paquetá here. Where has this developed?
Shouldn't really be too crazy there, as David will start to pull things back with DGT. They do double swing in towards DGT as well, though, but David's still locking things in, keeping things contained, making sure this round doesn't spiral just yet. Venom's there, knife is out. Does get a little bit surprised there, and Ale fighting for his life here. Tucked in.
Oh no.
Two angles at H. He's going to force him into the open. Nicely done. David, excellent recovery there, dealing with the remaining presence and making sure that 9Z don't let that round slip.
Still, the damage dealt can be reputed. Take this round here if you're Paquetá, and you still can battle into this. Stop 9Z from equalizing your scoreline. And stay ahead.
Ale's kills gave Nython an op there. With the 2 MP9 kills, he was able to afford that. So again, another opportunity here.
Alright, gifted by his squad mates. Come on, Nython, we can deliver. Destiny, though, he can deliver. He swings right through the doors. The CTs blow the door open, and he takes the fight. I love it. I love to see it.
Surprise as well. They were lining up utility. See him just staring down at the ground looking for something. Trying to get that maybe upper pop there in early, but got disrupted big time there. And now 9Z, they have to come up with a plan B early on here as the utility tossed in towards the back of silo, but Venom Zero avoiding that entirely. All the utility, in fact.
I love this. That angle is so powerful because it plays in front of all those flashbangs. Now the turnaround back towards ramp, but another miss. And Try is going to drop Yell, but Venom Zera holding fast here. On this A side, but oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Nython has given the T's just so much space right now, and everyone on Paquetá has their back turned to this, except for Destiny, who gets deleted. Flashbang here from David. A perfect popper diving on into the site. Venom Zera. Another, but the trade's there from DGT. He has the bomb. He'll get this planted. It's a 2v2.
Locking in that bomb site, just a huge surprise right there. Try has the cutoff as well.
It's a huge off angle.
Nython has the angle covered.
And he will connect. DGT now. From on the site itself. Players beginning to move forward. Position spotted, but he deletes both of them. The lineup is there for DGT. And a clutch handed to him.
Oh, just absolutely brilliant right there. Played out entirely from 9Z, man. Full belt of utility on that that A pop there. I was expecting them to actually push forward off that. They didn't need to, man. They took some space elsewhere. Grabbed that ramp control, and it just comes down to, again, another missed op shot. And Nython constantly giving himself opportunities to land these kills here, but he's just not looking warmed up into the server right now. I feel like we're catching it every single time where he's just primed up to deliver his team around right there. I mean, imagine you get a kill, you're able to fall back towards a more passive position in ramp, but you put it into a 5v or 4-on-3 actually. Would have been so massive, but just barely letting that one slip. And it's very costly every time you see that happen.
Yeah, so some mistakes out here from Paquetá early on are really gnawing away at them. As 9Z come on with the clutch, Paquetá had a lot of opportunities. If things have gone their way, this could have been so impactful. You even see Nython giving up that ramp position early on, allowed that heaven flank to develop. There are some gaps in the defense here from Paquetá for sure. And it is being heavily exploited right now. 9Z seem to be all over the play in this one. Destiny has always been good on these opening kills, though. And if Venom Zera can make something happen, perhaps. Just maybe, but now it is just Venom Zera. He's good, but he's not this good. It's 9Z with 5 in a row and the lead.
Yeah, brilliantly done right there. Pulling things back. And it feels like they definitely do have that plan B. When things go wrong early, they can, adjust their sails so well. Try actually just kind of beasting in that outer yard lurk as well. He's been doing good work at finding those picks and staying alive. Being so very fluid in his play. Now he has the AWP as well to make things even easier for him. He's got his weapon of choice. He's been doing such good work with the AK on his lurks that you'd expect even better now that he has the AWP and more opportunities for 9Z to find these openings.
Yeah, you want to know what's wild? Current statistics, opening kills. Paquetá have 7 openers compared to 9Z's 2. But they still, even then, still battled through all of that. Pretty wild statistic considering how this game has gone. Shows how many opportunities Paquetá have had to convert these rounds. At the beginning, at the starts, they've been perfect. These moves from Destiny inside of Squeaky and Hut position. 9Z have been caught out by him so many times. Sometimes he's even gotten away untraded. But they haven't been able to convert on it.
The player with some real depth to him, for sure. And you can see it with some of his moves, man. It feels like he has so many different ways to find these picks. But like you said, man, conversion is a whole other story. They're surprised by the map control that 9Z are able to take. It looks like they just have such a great read. And they do. They have such a great read on, where the weaknesses are. even when they're a man down. Just so very impressive. And as I said,
Okay,
man,
try
another opportunity, another way to find these opening picks. So look at the way he's moving right now.
Yeah, real confident taking that deep garage angle. And now, leaping on in towards the unbreakable block. Oh, Yell couldn't convert it. Nython is there with the trade, yes, but that is small consolation. That should have been a guarantee. Now try. Ooh, that flick missed. But, man, fate tempted there from Ale. That could have been the round falling apart. But Nython snipes one back. Takes a tag from Try, but Nython's starting to have some impact on the outer yard. 2 kills for him in this round. In the meantime, a duel, though.
Said, man, always have that plan B here, and they have just taken a little bit of control up back. They spot out all the aggression towards that outer yard, and they start to take ramp control. But again, Nython continues to snipe them away here. Now 3 kills in the server for him. Doing excellent work. It's up to DGT and Max to pull things back together here, and they have that lower bomb site fully in their control, and they have already a very clutch player ready to lock things in this man deficit.
Yeah, Max has a free lower site. This is the first time 9Z have made it down to the lower site this round, and Paquetá are not in position to rotate, and especially with this backstab from DGT, oh my goodness, this is gonna hurt. First kill there into Venom's era. Oh, but Max, he's not looking down the vents, but has a duel against Destiny that'll win. Now Nython needs an insane flick, and he's not gonna be able to land it. Sure, a great round out of the op of Nython in this one, but it's 9Z in these low man situation. Talk about the plan B. It's just better than their plan A.
Yeah, man. DGT right there, able to, off the back of his teammates' information. I mean, he missed the op shot, but you know Nython's stuck in CT spawn right there. And you know that Ale has just given over ramp control to try and support Nython right there. So what you now know is that ramp control is fully free, and DGT capitalize off that in transition, catches Ale trying to get back control. It works out so wonderfully for them.
Okay.
Lobby crunch coming on through here. This is very aggressive, and it's working.
Yep. AK retrieved even for Venom's era. DGT trying to hold the line. He has the bomb in his control, forced out into the open. Man advantage rolling here for Paquetá, but quickly traded back. 2v2. So much time to work with here for the T side, but the reposition from Venom's era is excellent because he's ready for David, and the AKs picked up from Venom's era and Ale are going to lock in the round 3 for the young Venom's era. And the round for Paquetá that they most certainly needed.
Yeah, that's a huge lifeline right there, granted to them. AK from Venom's era retrieved and immediately starts wielding that success from it. Very scary with that weapon. And 9Z, well, they never get a chance to reroute. The round ends so quickly. That opportunity is not afforded to them. Paquetá, again, man, some of their protocols for some of this lobby aggression, just aggression in general, it seems so promising. The way that they're finding these opening picks on a consistent fashion, it's like, why would you ever stop going for things like that? But we'll see if that continues, right? Things are working for Paquetá when it comes to these aggressive movements, so maybe you just keep up with that same game plan. 9Z actually taking that time out. It's really well placed because they're going to look for ways to stop that aggression.
So round number 12, off to the races to begin this one. We're looking at a faster play here. 3 players on T roof certainly speaks some dividends. Nades starting to touch down here onto Venom's era. But Paquetá are very prepared for this. A little boost up there from Nython sees nothing inside of Squeaky. Trying to bait out a lot of counter utility, and with Paquetá on no mollies remaining in this round, might have just worked.
Those mollies can be massive when it comes to denying the upper pop here, but Nython taking an aggressive stance. Back to that aggression like we were talking about here, clearing out these angles. And he's going to have so much valuable information if he can flank them off before they get this executed on in time.
Oh, but now David just double entered the site. It might not even matter. And Ale takes a shot from Nython. He will convert the kill, yes, but there's going to need to be a whole lot more. And with DGT, yeah, he'll burn. But 3 B3, Yell still dueling with this outside lurk of Max. That actually is gonna get finished off by Ala. He just says, I don't need to work with lobby. I'm just gonna take you out. With time on the clock here for Paquetá to get this retake going, but it is ticking, that's for sure. You still have to make some moves here. You still gotta convert these kills, and David will do just that on the Ala. It's Yell in a 1v2, and he realizes the jig is up. The swing's gonna be there from Buddha, yes, but the round is 9Zs all the way. They're gonna move up to 7 now.
Absolutely brilliant right there coming through. And catching Paquetá in their aggression as soon as they tried to pressure forward right there. It's just that little extra time it allows for them to find those entries out on A. And, you know, really well-placed aggression because they did beat him to the punch. And then even in that 2-on-3, you actually see the immediate call after those flashes come through towards Heaven to take some isolated duels towards Mini and Hut where you knew the players were coming from. So, again, man, 9Z continued to be just perfect in the clutch. Nython here trying to get active, finds a beautiful opening pick, and now he needs to transition out. He does get away safely.
Yeah, and look who's also here for support. Yell on top garage, but Max, he just
boy.
shift-walked. He just shift-walked in towards Mini. Oh, Venom Zera so lucky to be able to readjust there. And now Yell from top of garage, everything working out together. But boy, could that round have just fallen apart if Max just delivered an instant headshot to Venom Zera.
That is so surreal right there. Some of that timing and the fact that it all doesn't work out. Venom Zera so sharp on some of those adjustments. Now it just feels like, you know, no matter how good your plan B is, it's a little bit too much in this position here. Is damage done from Yell. He takes some in return here, so at the very least, you're still dealing with 2 players standing here on 9Z.
Yeah, a little boost up though. That should be revealing the position of both these players, and Buddha just falls into Nython off. This is looking a lot cleaner here out of Paquetá. 2 kills on the back end from DGT, yes, but 3 survive for Paquetá. A much different tone of a round.
17-8 right now for DGT. The guy's been massive in the clutch situations here, just consistently
On the
without
lurk.
fail. Yeah, no question. And David alongside him, finding some very flashy entries, man. Those are definitely 2 players that you would just love to have performing right now. And even, you know, Try, who is currently negative, the amount of impact that he has had in his kills has been very valuable. So 9Z just putting up a clinic on the T side so far. But they're finally forced onto an eco. So a little bit of relief here for Paquetá potentially, as they're only up against the Glocks.
But if Ale is isolated on this B ramp, as he has been a couple of times, pistols could run him down, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the grouping for today. For 9Z, actually, I take that back. They're reconsidering it, and once again, Nython is not in position to help out Ale. He's going to get this first kill, but he needs more, and that he does. That's 3, and the 4th. All headshots for Ale. And Destiny will clean up the last to make it 7 apiece going into the final round of the half.
Very tidy right there coming through Paquetá. Not letting too much slip past him here. And it's not the prettiest of buys here for 9Z towards the tail end. A couple Galils in play. We'll see what they can do to try and sink this one home. Win a half. Paquetá definitely hungry for 8 right now. There's no question. It really put a lot of emphasis on their CT side. I saw it kind of starting off in that 0-4 start, but 9Z quickly gave us an answer here about how this map is going to look in their depth. Ooh, sure is Destiny trying to dodge the bullets right now. Tosses in an HE and spams downrange as well. DGT down low. He has not made it down the vents just yet. Instead, he's sticking about.
Possibility he can think of an entry right now. Ollie tossed in. DGT. Oh, it's messy, but Max! Max just saved his teammate through the wall. Now DGT drops down the vent. It almost takes down Ale. These players for 9Z are so darn dangerous. Now some re-aggression here. Paquetá want to take some map control back, and it's going to work as Nython drops David. And the bomb inside a lobby, and that sets this round into disarray for 9Z. They have to pick up that bomb, and Think about their next move with no utility. Not much to work with, but no one really on the A site, despite having a man advantage here. There are so many gaps in the defense right now for Paquetá that this site is just going to get handed over to 9Z. But with Yell picking up that other kill on the extremity, this one should be a lock-in as Venom Zera tap. Down goes Buddha and the next. 8-7 on the half for Paquetá. They're looking solid versus 9Z. A shakier start from the first half for Paquetá, but they certainly stabilized versus 9Z. My name is Fine, joined by Cole X and McHenry, as we're taking away half number 2 here. This ESL Challenger Katowice close qualifier. David on the hold. You got dual Berettas. You got more guns than his opponents right now, but he couldn't hit a bullet in that entire spray. Still have another chance at another A-pop attempt. Oh, but, you know, try and DGT and boot up. They've got them all covered. Those dual Berettas need not worry because the rest of Paquetá stands deleted. It's the round, the pistol for 9Z.
Yeah, lovely work, man. Been seeing a lot of teams just try and make it through Squeaky right here with so much resistance from teams as well. We saw it yesterday in a ECL, and we see it today here. They just try and move through Squeaky, but it's such a small little corridor that the dualies can do damage. You know, the USPs from distance are pretty easy. You just have to, you know, toss in a couple of shots and you'll probably connect something. So it's interesting to see that sort of emphasis put on that position on some of the pistol rounds. Maybe teams are really trying to, you know, work some other angles other than like the early upper pop or ramp rush that are pretty common. Let's try taking care of business there. pretty handily. And this should just fizzle out. Try continues to land some nice shots, some confidence building being done from him as he looks precise. And it's going to be the lead reclaimed by 9Z.
Certainly. Tries looked a lot better this game, may I say. Even on rifles is actually where I think he stands to deliver. But we'll see him pick up the off in this round. He has no contest for Paquetá, and Nython will not be on his. So, really interested to see where Try takes his services. Because that's where he can really deal the most damage. He's actually going to make his home towards ramp this round. And if I was the T-side, I would not be prepared for this. The jump across there from Destiny. Trying to lock it in. A tag on the Destiny. And yeah, the flick is going to be there. Good work out of Try. Proving me wrong right there.
Yeah, Destiny making him really work for that kill as well. He had to land 2 incredible shots to get that done. One a tag, and then the second on the follow-up, just trying to run away. But you know Try is good for those flicks right there. Venom Zera running towards Secret, but Max confirms all the information. Perfect on the sound cue right there. That is incredible.
Wow.
And now it's going to be them continuing to walk into this off, which is terrifying.
Oh, there's a tag. Free swing. Oh, yep, the finisher. I think it could just be a scout, you know? It's taking two shots per player. All right, try. Can he change this one up? Jump on in from Ale is good. Nython actually picked up the entry on a DGT, but that's Paquetá playing every card in their hand right now. All the information is there, and you can see the position that Max takes up now inside of lobby. This one should just be a gimme. If you clear this. If they clear this, Cole, I really don't know what to say, as Ale does exactly that. Now, Buddha in towards this closed door. First headshot's his, and the lock-in will be there. Still some opportunities for Paquetá, but overall, it's a hell of a clean round from 9Z.
I was so close to like a perfect double headshot lineup, but he just outlined it barely. And instead, it's not enough damage to land a couple kills, or just one in general. So tough go of things right there, but they still lock it in there. Buddha gonna confirm it with the damage that was done earlier from Max, and 9Z a very, just solid round right there coming through. They don't overcommit in the ramp defense. They let them take that space. They start to work other angles on the map, and that's just what you expect out of 9Z. To take every last advantage in terms of the information and kind of pull together a very cohesive round.
I like that decision to set up Try on towards that B ramp in the first gun round, because it really is something you aren't expecting. Is that AWP to already be up and live. Now Try will make his presence outside. That's an interesting smoke that I'm not sure landed properly. I think that one missed. Cole,
yeah.
I'm not going to try and justify that one, but 4 players get down Secret nevertheless without a single smoke.
Right.
I mean, I guess it did its job, but there's a whole lot more work to do here. But David couldn't convert a kill on that MP9. These Ts have armor bought up, so it really comes down to DGT. He drops down in towards Dark, but on the cross, this AUG could just tear them apart, and it was actually Try's op that found one of the kills right there. Destiny finished off by DGT, only losing a single player in the last 3 rounds. 9Z got to be loving it.
It's only MP9 as well. Right? That's all that they lost in that last round, so money's just so built up right there. 9Z, again, feeling very confident right now. Looking very good. Maybe that smoke towards top menu was just a confusion element, right? Discombobulate your opponents.
I mean, it might have let one of the players from top silo drop down safely, so...
Yeah, I saw him. He was like had a bit of a maybe surprise angle there, but couldn't fully formulate it into a kill. Obviously only on the Glock, whoever was on top mini, so tough ask for him. But Max here in early towards Secret. Very, I would say, fluid CT side setups here coming through. So many adaptable positions and setups that they can bring into the table right now on 9Z. You can definitely see the depth that they have here on both sides of the map.
We'll move outside, but Max, flash to a company. He's going to extend all the way out, though, on the off angle. Almost collects the double, but so much information. You cannot deny that. But, ooh, what an off angle. Ale. David removed. Now, what's next? Try outside. Nython's going to beat him on the outright fight. What a turnaround from this guy. This round comes down to Buddha, though. CT vent. It's a difficult angle to clear for this T side. He has a big opportunity to turn this round on its head. And they're not going to clear it perfectly. First kill's there, but Ale is always so fast on that trade. DGT probably has to save here as he's in the 1v3.
Yeah, he's been good for the clutch, but this is too far-fetched right now. Venom's there tossing in the plant. And now, I mean, Nython down relatively low, but it's just not enough to convince him. Surely. As Paquetá to pull things back, and like you said, a beautiful turnaround coming through from Nython. Ollie's been playing a good game all the way through, but we saw early on, Nython miss what I would say is a couple easier shots. But in the recovery here, and some of these really important rounds towards the tail end of last half, and now coming into this one actually, besting try on the angle that he was holding. Absolutely phenomenal. That's a really tough thing to do. Finding himself a multi-kill in this round here. And finally getting Paquetá on the board in the second half as soon as the guns get pulled back out.
All right, and so Paquetá get their first round here on the T side. Ale certainly cooking something up in that round and this game in general. 21-13. Battling it out with DGT. But he's really starting to see his impact, especially when he was that B ramp player on the CT end of things. Kept things pretty tidy. And now on this T side, on that squeaky lurk, doing some good work. I like the double secret setup from the CT side. If you try to test outside, it's going to be so rough for those trying to play around red and focus on those angles towards heaven. They're going to abandon it just as they begin their move.
We're back at it again here.
Okay.
Max, man, perfect on the smoke spam again. Absolutely nailing them. As they do make it down in through secret here. DGT not fully prepared for Venom Zero running around that corner. Will deal with them quickly. But he does take a lot of damage for it now. So Venom Zero on 2 HP. Equalized into the 3v3 here. There are some advantages that they can work, but they're not quite down and rotated in towards that lower bomb site. And they don't think that they can get down the vents safely. And now they're right. The hesitation is going to cost them here big time. And tries to let them all slip on in. So this is going to be a very tough 3v3 despite the HP advantage for 9Z.
Yeah, they're not in position here, 9Z, to even begin this retake. So Molly goes in towards the vents just as they make their move. Out from the single door, Plant going to be in the open, but you do see David begin to make his move, but Buddha caught on the edge of that smoke, but they have no idea about David. And oh my goodness, just crosses right in front of him. You gotta be patient about this. You gotta try and isolate as many fights as you can, but that kill comes easy. Now try. Down, inside a secret. First kill is his, but Venom's arrow spins. And now David, he knows he has a free defuse. He's just gonna probably try to stick it all the way. Venom's arrow, you can drop a molly. You can pray that he gets off of it, but of course he's gonna stick it the whole darn way. 9Z scoop this one up, and they're gonna make themselves a 3-round deficit.
Yeah, Venom's there just playing that so careful right there because he's so low on HP. He can't afford to go for those wild swings. I mean, one bullet would do him in right there. So you can see him trying to play safely around that angle, trying to get the mollies off, and it's already too late. So tough position for Venom's there to be in, almost pulling that one back, but great recovery there from David. Making sure that that round goes their way here. Again, the clutch factor for 9Z comes on through. Max trying to pressure this out of yard early. A lot on this line right now for this round in particular here is they're right around each other and they're going to be spammed down.
Oh, Max. See, I didn't know you could wall bang through that box, but In essence, it revealed his position that they could hear the bullet impacts. Venom Zera aware of that. It's an excellent trade and a little one-for-one. Some space gained here for Paquetá. But now thinking about the mini split or the heaven wrap. But in the meantime, I love the reaction from nython. Take that lobby control. Some yin and yang on the map. Both teams moving around each other. But now they'll re-aggress for the fight, and Destiny eats an op tag. Lucky to be standing in this round. They're thinking about secret right now, Paquetá. But so are nython.
Yeah, look at the pressure that they have towards that secret side of the map right now. It's kind of a crossfire between these two stairs, so it's so scary. Now 25 seconds, not a lot of time left. This molly beckons him forward.
Venom Zera has to entry up, but try another tag. DGT, though, is able to spin around, and David drops down the vents to finish this job. nython, sure, he gets a shot in the back, but now he's in a 1v2 clutch. He has the bomb on his back, but oh, that jump, it just cost him the round, I think, because now he doesn't have time. Maybe he didn't have time in the first place there, Cole.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still pretty painful to lose the clutch like that. It's 13 for nython.
Wow, I wonder if that was a difference maker right there, man. That's a tough position to be in right there for Paquetá. But again, it's another really excellent read in the late round from nython. The amount of resources that they had over towards, you know, that secret pressure and Vince is absolutely overwhelming. Of course, they're going to struggle to deal with that, and they just walk into the brick wall there. Looks like nython eager for some revenge. He's actually going to take it off over towards the ramp room there and hold a more passive angle. So not as aggressive as I initially thought, as they just look to hold off against any sort of aggressive movements towards lobby.
Yeah, David. Cool. Gonna be on the hold there from Squeaky. Ale has been making magic happen for the Paquetá squad, but doesn't look like it's meant to be today. Paquetá are gonna back off and turn their sights towards outside in the mid round.
Get more of that spam that he's able to do. Oh my god.
Okay.
Just precision shot right there on a try. He's going to set the tone early. David has his attention pulled through both ways there. Will get caught off guard. Some more entries come through, and it's just Buddha. Way overwhelmed on the site right there. He will fall as well.
Still outside, by the way, is Venom Zera. Bye. It's just DGT, and he has no cash. He is going to save. And oh my goodness, the quality of shots that were just hit in that round were just simply unbelievable. I mean, Venom Zera deleted 2 people outside. There's not much you can do about that if you're nython.
Just a huge X factor right there, man. That little tap on the try there. He pokes his head out for a second. It's a second too long. That's for sure. Paquetá gonna grab themselves double digits here, and again, very pivotal round here. Money isn't too healthy here for nython, so you're kind of looking at some extra pressure here. Put on them, the closer, and this map gonna be, you know, fought for here, and they're going for a force buy. This is bold right now. nython going all in like this. Paquetá win this round here. They're getting closer and closer to tying things up.
Yeah, they're on double eco here for nython. David is only on $1,400 in this round. So you do have to put in everything you have, and because you're not buying in the next round even if you full eco anyways. You need at least like $4,400 to invest in as that CT side. Couldn't get that going, so sure, a risk taken, but it could certainly pay off. We'll see. But with Paquetá so much outside control, it might not matter. Max just takes that MP9 and makes it work towards Secret. At least a kill. But a kill might not mean much with this much map control. Destiny's already flanking Heaven.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull something back in their favor here. And it looks like that's going to be more towards lobby and towards hut. They've taken a little bit of space, so some valuable control in that sense. But a flashbang towards Heaven is going to start to ring the alarm bells here, put some extra pressure on these A players. David finds that kill into hut. Buddha gets closed out upon, though. And we are going to be playing.
Look at that!
Oh, but Tri flanks.
Tri just makes his way up the ladder. The last thing Destiny expects. And it goes out of the 2v1v4 now. Venom Zera has to clutch. He has to save his team in this round to keep them in the game. They can't lose a force buy like this. And with TGT hunting from Hut, it's going to be a full force buy victory out of 9Z.
Wow. Brilliant work being done right there. I mean, just chaos in that round caused by 9Z with some of the aggression. I thought for sure that one was going to be locked in, but try with a little sneaky flank. We'll save the team. That HUD aggression that I was mentioning there as well found them a kill and further just sowed a seed of chaos and Paquetá's default. So absolutely brilliant. Bold calling coming through from 9Z, and it puts them on to 14 a round earlier than I thought it would.
And a timeout rolls out from Paquetá. I mean, that round was a bit all over the place, to be fair. You know, split decisions in between Secret, where 9Z was able to collect an isolated kill. And then Destiny up in Heaven. Yes, he's putting up a good flank, but he doesn't have teammates to back him up, so it allows him to easily be capitalized and punished. Being traded out. And, well, that tactical pause turns into a technical. But very individualistic style from Paquetá does come back to bite them. 9Z playing off each other really well.
Yeah, that's been the case all map long. Feels like they're so comfortable and trusting each other. That's a tough round to swallow there. Paquetá knew how close they were. If they had closure in that round, man, I mean, it would have been very likely a one-round game with a little bit of momentum favoring them as well, man. They were working so good on that T side. Venom Zera doing excellent work in that outer yard lurk, but when it comes collapsing like that, it can be very tough to re-inspire. So we'll see if Paquetá can figure it out in a round like this right now where they have to deal with a huge momentum stopper from 9Z.
All right, 14-10, 9Z. They get a full force buy victory. Their backs were up, kind of up against the wall there financially. Paquetá pick up that round, and they're in it. They close that deficit probably down to 2, as the full eco would have to be in the next round. But now, it's 9Z, perhaps in the driver's seat, but opening up. DGT thinks he can make a move towards Trophy, and he takes the worst of it. And in the meantime, Venom Zera gets himself down to the Secret. And once again, Paquetá with so much space on this map.
Terrifying real estate here in Secret. And a terrifying player as well. Not one that you really want to face. As David decides to give up that control there. Recycles that smoke in Squeaky, man. Look who's waiting right alongside it there. The smoke gets tossed in. His back is turned right now. You're just wondering when that explosion is going to come through towards A.
Now they're just juggling around utility. David, oh, he gets himself into this angle. You're not diligent about your corners. This is a freebie for David, and what a molly. Oh, David's going to even get some information. Peek past it, and I love this play for Paquetá, though. Perfect vent control, allowing them to make their way down in towards that lower site for free. Try at least scoops one back, but the level of control that we were talking about Paquetá had allows them to make such a seamless play. This is a save for 9Z.
Venom Zero with that space alone right there. He has the cutoff in Vince right there, so you're just not going to be able to rotate. And went for a big gamble. They had 2 players pushing ramp and 2 players on that A bomb site, really just heavily holding hut there. No squeaky presence at all, and we're just hoping that maybe they can deter them. Yell's going to sneak that op away, which is nice, but Paquetá identifying the weakness here, 9Z, in that 4v5 advantage that they had. Just perfection in finding that. Venom Zera, he knows his timings and he works it well. 11 on the board. Paquetá do win a very crucial round, but with 3 guns saved, it's just going to be scrappy as ever from 9Z.
Yeah, 9C looking to lock in their map pick, but Paquetá are really putting up a fight. I'll say that is a lot more well-managed round there. Very patient, waiting for Venom Zera to clear out every nook and cranny of Secret, make a perfect play. Now this time around, they're going to turn up the gas and make their way out squeaky, and 2 players descend down the vents, make it 3 as Ale will join with the bomb as well. Paquetá, absolute change of pace, and 9Z are nowhere in position right now.
Might just be a full 5v5 save here. Like you said, just not in a position at all here. That constant quickness coming through from Paquetá. It's going to cost him. DGT hanging about here, hoping that he can find a kill there. Try going to find nython again towards that outer yard, which is all nice, but they don't want to give up their life here.
You know what? At the end of the day, though, Cole, there's only 3 players in towards the lower site. I guess 9Z are going to play some containment.
That bomb doesn't do enough damage.
I know, it is a nerf bomb. We know it. I'm sure they know it.
Everyone just tucked in towards controls. Very safe. But they do find another kill here. Valuable damage and stepping out for another one. Man,
TGT.
Not too bad there from TGT. Bold, but 9Z find themselves quite a bit of frags right there, punishing that economy, and that definitely sets them up for success here. Even that FAMAS is out of the picture as well, and they've gotten onto the AK instead, so it's just as scary as ever, even more so now that Paquetá know that their money's dwindled down quite low.
Yeah, this could be tough scenes for Paquetá. This round doesn't go their way early on. David eats a flash, though. And Ale, who's had such great impact from this squeaky position, could have went down in just a moment. Things get even worse. He eats a grenade. Look at this stack from 9Z. Oh, and Ale is going to go down. The stack from 9Z on the A site is super massive right now. 4 players were there on that inner site. They were ready for that pop.
Max has like 4 spam through smoke direct kills in this half alone. He's doing excellent work there. And he finds another on a nython, plugs him out of the server. That's on the edge of the smoke though this time, and at least some justice here for Paquetá as they pull 2 kills back. 1 finding the tracers of Max, and Yale has a very fast flank towards heaven.
And right now, David is in a very compromised position. Once there was a 4-man A stack here on this A site. Now it's just David getting flanked out by Yell, but he delivers the kill onto Venom Zera, and the next drops the bomb. Yell's position looks silly now as he has to drop down, cross the entirety of the site, and David recognizes that, gets 50 damage down on Yell, and now is in the 1v2, and Yell even has a flank developing on him. Doesn't matter, his try just makes his way up the vent with the op. Bold play out of 9Z on every front. Max finding kills through every smoke, and they'll get a map point.
Man, David's silence right there, or silencer, it didn't, like, I guess, give up the position big time. I imagine he got that first kill with someone's back turned, and they just had no idea where he was. The call-out came through too late, and so he's able to double down there as well, man. Brilliant work from David here in this map. Try to cap things off, and again, Mac-10s, Khalil, a couple of AKs and lacking utility here to try and keep them in this one. Yell taking some damage, but Venom Zera very active on this A play.
All right, Venom Zera, instant entry, but Buddha is locking things down on the site, and David on top of the hut door delivers the first kill, the next, and the third, and the map. It is 16-12 for 9Z. They lock things down and look quite clean doing it.
Yeah, that's incredible right there. And towards the tail end, Buddha finding a massive multi-kill in the back of Silo, man. Again, a player that I didn't mention coming into this one too much from 9Z, but he is just a rock when it comes to some of the anchoring positions. Back of Silo.